Welcome back to another preview here in the channel. This week, the Ravens are going to be traveling to Mile High to take on the Broncos in Denver. After a miraculous win against the Lions last week, we're going to be facing off an undefeated Broncos team. Undefeated, but beat many shitty teams as well. But I'm not going to really discredit. It's going to be a task, especially with that injury bug we've had. Like, we have still many players who are missing. We're still thin at some positions. And the Broncos, they have injury problems too, but really not as much as us. But if it's your first time stopping by, subscribe, click the like button, and after watching this, comment down below what you think and how you're feeling about this game. But let's get right into it. First off, comparing the offense here, and I think we have the advantage here, especially with the run game. Our pass game has got, like I've said these past previews, huge improvement in 3 weeks. Honestly, I really like how it's been. And I think this year, the difference between this year and last year is that you actually see receivers get open, compared to last year where you don't really see that on a regular basis. These 3 games, we've seen guys get open. So that is a huge improvement there that I'm a big fan of. Run game wise, we're missing 3 starters. Still the best run game stats wise. So that's good. Scoring, we're borderline top 10. But their passing game is better than ours. But again, I think it's very deflated stats. They've played the worst teams in football. Giants, Jets, Jaguars. But I'm still going to give credit. Teddy's playing well. Their offense is really dangerous. Their run game, top 10. I expect them to run the ball this game, especially with our situation at linebacker that hasn't really been good. Scoring-wise, they're also borderline top 10. So, offense, we have our ties right there. 2 good offenses. Very good. Defensively, our defense, passing-wise, hasn't been very good. We had our secondary extremely depleted, which is part of the reason. But man, the passing yards, a lot of it comes from plays that shouldn't have happened. Okay, and I'm gonna explain later when we get to the keys. But man, I think part of the reason why we've led that much yards passing wise, because we've played quarterbacks who would get a lot of yards. Mahomes, Carr, like most of these. A lot of these yards we've allowed this season come from those 2 games. And they were high-scoring games as well. But I think with guys coming back, it's going to be better. It's going to improve. Run defense-wise, even with all these injuries, we're still doing well against the run. Points-wise, we've had a lot of shootouts so far this season. But we need to be better at pass defense and points. I want a good game from the defense. Shutdown game. That's what I'm asking for. The Broncos defense so far, extraordinary. They're 2nd in yards allowed, 3rd in passing defense, 2nd in rushing defense, and 1st in points allowed. I'm not going to say this defense is an elite because those numbers really say otherwise. But take those defensive stats with a grain of salt, okay? The Broncos' first 3 opponents have a combined record of 0-9, and the QBs they faced are Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, and Trevor Lawrence, who have been not good this season. They have not been good. None of those guys are even close to being in the same stratosphere as Lamar Jackson. And they shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath as him at all. Lamar is by far the best QB this defense has seen, and we shall see how they hold up against him. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this Broncos defense. These numbers are very... You gotta put... If you put context into it, you understand where they're coming from. But I'm not gonna discredit them. I was very high on that Broncos team coming into this season, unlike many people, especially with that defense. The Broncos are better than the Chargers. Let's all be real. Okay, keys to beating the Broncos. Offensively, first off, protect Lamar. The O-line last week was meh. Week 2 was good. Week 1 was horrible. So you just have mixed performances. I need a good one. Okay? The Ravens face their stiffest pass rush test yet as they go against Von Miller. Miller has been amazing to start the season with 4 sacks in his first 3 games. And he was also the AFC Defensive Player of the Month for September. This is going to be a huge game for Patrick McCarry. The Broncos, because the Broncos primarily line up Miller on the right tackle, so McCarry alone could be the big X factors for the Ravens winning this game. Well, do you trust him? We are, because McCarry isn't bad when he's not center. When he's center, that's when he's horrible. But in any other position, he can play every position on the line. So I think we could, if he just plays well, we have a great chance at winning this game. Okay? So that is the number one thing we need to do. This O-line needs to hold up. Secondly, catch the ball. No drops. Again, drops kill drives. We've seen that against the Lions. This game would have been a blowout if we did not drop a few balls there. Okay, pause. If we did not drop a few balls, the game against the Lions is definitely a blowout. And again, Ravens fans are irritated with Hollywood Brown at the moment, and I get it, but chill with the overreactions. Hollywood has had his first 2 weeks was very good. He just came out of an 100-yard game against the Chiefs and a very good game against the Raiders. So we gotta calm down a bit. Hollywood will be fine. The Ravens aren't going to bench or cut him. It's not a hands issue, okay? It's not a hands issue. It's solely a confidence issue. And he knows it. He knows it. Once you make a bad drop, you start overthinking your next catch and trying too hard, which makes you prone to another drop. I've played receiver myself. Yeah, I gotta add that because I'm gonna have these people be like, "Oh, how do you know? How would you know?" It's coming from a receiver myself. So Hollywood will be fine. It's just one bad game. He's one of Lamar's favorite targets, so he will still get plenty of passes thrown his way, especially when he's getting open. Especially when, you know, he's a fast guy, man. He has some wheels. He's gonna burn guys, and you know what I mean, okay? So he's gonna be fine. It's just one game, but we need a good game this time around, because if he has another bad game, I'm starting to worry. I'm gonna start worrying. Trust me. So calm down. Okay. Limit the turnovers. Simply win the turnover battle. The Broncos have been very good at taking care of the ball. We have had a few turnovers these past games. We just gotta take care of the football. Simply that, win the turnover battle. We get a better chance at winning this game here. So you'll love to see it. Just limit them, win the turnover battle, and we will be fine. Defensively, we're gonna need to wrap up. Okay, we're gonna need to wrap up. Our tackling has been pretty bad. What we're trying to do, we're trying to just arm tackle every time. We're trying to arm tackle, try to make a play every single time, force the fumble. I get it, man. I get it, Humphrey. You know, I get it, Elliott. Like, all these guys are, like, very physical. But I'd rather just wrap up and make the tackle than just, you know, just have a check back throw my way, try to arm tackle, miss the tackle, and then they go for a 20-yard gain. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be like that, man. It should not be like that. So, gotta be careful with that. Just go back to tackling basics because it's better. Next thing to do here, we're gonna need to come at Teddy. We're gonna need to pressure him, okay? Just get him out of his comfort zone. The Broncos injury report has one offensive lineman out, and their second offensive lineman questionable. So I do not wish injuries to anybody, but if they lose both, we should be taking advantage of that. I mean, even one could make a big difference. So come at Teddy, but do not over blitz, okay? Because if we bring in too many guys, Teddy won't care. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, I have this open guy there. You know, just hey, a little check down, little dinker to Noah Fant. But yeah, man, that's how it should be. I mean, he's a game manager. Teddy is a game manager. He plays perfectly what Denver wants to do. You know, just play great defense and get good enough QB play that isn't going to turn the ball over. Teddy's not a game-changing quarterback at all, but he simply doesn't make very many mistakes. I do expect the Ravens to attack him with a ton of blitz, but I do, you know, just please not have a blitz heavy scheme. It's not the time. Too many weapons. It's pretty much that. I would expect them to run at us quite a bit with their running back tandem, and they also have Noah Fant. Our interior linebacker struggles have been very apparent. So I would not be shocked if Noah Fant is a big part of Denver's game plan on Sunday. But yeah, man, we need to go tight coverage, pressure Teddy, get at him. Not a super blitz heavy, not 6-7 guys at all. Blitz, but do not send too many guys. Tight coverage. We're going to need that, especially with linebackers on Noah Fant, because I bet they're going to exploit that 100%. They're going to do that. Okay, so score prediction here. What I'm going to have as a score prediction, I do not think it's going to be 30 to something. I'm not going to think it's going to be a shootout. Hopefully it's not some super stressful game, because that's how it's been for all Ravens games so far. But yeah, man, I'm going to have the Ravens take down the Broncos. The Ravens being the Broncos' first loss of the season by the score of 27-20. Yeah, 27-20. It's not going to be a super crazy game. I do not expect it to be. I would be surprised if it was. But yeah, man. But yeah, I do expect Lamar to just come out on top of Teddy Bridgewater. But yeah, it's not. I don't expect us to score 40 points if we win. Don't expect that. But yeah, man, I think we can pull it off. I think we could definitely pull this off at Mile High with that roster and prove the world wrong. about us. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me, you guys, how you feel about this game. And yeah, comment, click the like button, subscribe if it's your first time stopping by. And yeah, guys, see you guys in the after game, in the post game recap, and hopefully I do it with a smile on my face.